Oh, shit, this music is loud. Hold on. It's quieter now. Hello? Hello, everybody. Can you all hear me okay? Meowdy partner. Hello. You hope Ashley's doing well. She's doing good. I just saw her in the living room, and she seemed to be doing good. Sorry if I sound a little sick. I am a little sick. I don't want to say we got stuck in a COVID loop or something, because, like, because I tested negative, but I've just had all these symptoms that I remember having when I had COVID, because I just had COVID, like, a few weeks ago, unfortunately, from the convention I went to in Florida. And it spread around the household because I was pretty asymptomatic for the most part. I did not go to TwitchCon. No, Ace of Snakes. I did not go to TwitchCon. Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier. I was at a Florida convention. Yeah, there was a convention I was at in Florida. It was a lot of fun. It was up. Which area of Florida was that in? It was up north of Florida. It was a lot of fun, though. I had a really good time. Everybody was very sweet. I'm trying to remember which section of Florida. It was in St. Augustine, Florida. That's what it was. It was called Ancient CityCon. It was a lot of fun. It was my first ever time going to, like, a physical convention. And I was really, 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 really nervous. Really nervous. Oh, there's a first-time chatter. Hello, Snap. That child back goldfish? Is that their name? Well, hello. And Dash loves me. Hello. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, and thank you for the subs. There's a few people that subbed. Let me go ahead and point them out. We have Anime One Warrior who subbed yesterday while I wasn't live. Jerry Cakes who resubbed for 1 month at tier 1, thank you. You've been subbed for 27 months. I don't even think I've streamed that much in the last 27 months.
I have to keep volume low though. I'm out in public with no headphones.
Oh, that's okay. I'll make sure to say every bad thing right now. Hey! No, I won't do that. I'm sick. I don't want to yell. And I don't want to be mean. And also, Kofu, thank you for giving a community sub to someone. You gave that sub to Random Time 69. Oh, Cricket, did I scare you when I yelled? I'm sorry. Oh, I've got Cricket in here, and she's just laying right in front of me. But yeah, I probably sound a little sick, because I am sick. But I'm getting better. I'm on the getting better side of things now, which is good. Let me turn the music down a little bit more so I can hear myself better. Give Cricket a forehead kiss for us. She wouldn't like that. I'll just pet her. She likes being pet. That's what she likes. Get better soon. Yeah, I'm doing good. Shelly, hey, thank you for gifting a sub to Lavs. But yeah, not too much has changed, because last time I streamed was like, what, 2 months ago? I was playing Stray. I played Stray on stream, and I had a lot of fun doing that. I haven't done anything else since. Because it's hard for me to, like, just kind of get on and stream, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Hope you're doing well, Mike. Saw you in our chat last night, but I couldn't catch you. Hope to see you around.
Yeah, I popped into VR chat because I was like, I was just like checking to see if things have changed, because I remember hearing that there were some weird updates, and so I haven't really used it much, so I just popped in. I saw you invited me somewhere. I was like, screw it, I'll join for a second. I went into that world you invited me to, and it was really loud, and there were a lot of people. I actually went out looking for you, but I couldn't find you, and I was just like, ah, man. And so I just kind of bailed. But yeah, Crib, hello. I'm very excited for season 1 of Murder Drones. I hear we're getting more news soon. I'm excited. Also, hey Daniel, playing any horror games recently?
How have you been?
Not really.
Besides the sickness, we gotta catch up, dude.
Oh, George Peter, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm doing good, I guess. I actually wanted to stream last week. But then I started getting really sick and I felt bad, and I sounded even worse than I do right now, so I just didn't think it would be a good idea. I'm on the good end of things right now, thankfully. I just sound a little more like, nasally, but it is what it is. Can you please just say I'll keep moving forward is Niles? I'll just keep moving forward. There you go, Museon. Watch any scary movies. We started doing a thing every night where we would watch movies as a household. That stopped after we got a little sick. Because I was sick and Dave's also been a little sick. Dave Capdeville, who's my housemate, for anybody in here that maybe doesn't know. We've been a little sick, so we just kind of stopped doing that for a little bit. Let me move over here so you can see the chat and my little avatar. Hello. Do I gotta change the sensitivity on this boy? Nah, it's pretty good, it looks like. Wow. Become a moose. I will become a moose. You got Eli to fully human. It took forever. Nice dying, Rose. Yeah, it does take forever. You got to do all those odd jobs and earn those good boy points. How have endeavors been with the agent? I need to get a new convention agent. As far as things go, but things have been well. Things have been good. Michael KoVox, Dave Capdeville. Dave Capdeville. Are you streaming tonight, Dave? I'm not planning on being on here too long, so if you are streaming tonight, I can go ahead and raid you. When you do end up, getting into things. I just wanted to catch up with people. You're streaming tomorrow? Okay, then I'll keep going as long as I want to. I don't give a shit about you, Dave. Nah, I'm kidding. I love you, Dave. You're very sweet. You're a good boy. I got you a pizza that fell on the ground. Dave asked me to get him a pizza when we went to Costco earlier, and I did. I got him a pizza, and then I dropped it because it was really windy, and it fell right on the ground, and I was like, oh no. But I still gave it to Dave, and I was like, here you go, Dave. It fell on the ground, and he didn't care. He was just like, all right, hell yeah. It's Jasmine. Where? Where's Jasmine? Also, Dave, I did drop your strawberry ice cream and laughed. It was funny. It was pretty funny. But yeah, we're basically, I'm sick. I'm getting better though. I'm feeling better, and we're just kind of trying to get things moving, pretty much, because we're moving. Hopefully, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get moved. Been working with any new VAs? I mean, I work with new VAs all the time for different things. I don't really know who all is in the project you mentioned. Besides people that were in the pilot. But yeah, no, like there's always new projects I work on that have new talent that I've never worked with before, which is really cool. I like working with a lot of people. Do the Michael B. move? Yeah, we've got another housemate here with us for the time being, and we don't have enough rooms for another housemate right now. So we're just like, oh yeah, now we gotta really get moving. And so we're trying to get everything situated. It's just a whole lot of stuff that's not really up to me. It's all stuff that Ashley and we've all gotta just do. So it's a lot of stress, but we're getting through it. We got a big house of boys. We do, Dave. It's a big house of boys. Too many boys, in fact. We gotta cut down. Jacob, you're evicted. I'm joking! Jacob, I'm joking. I hope Jacob's not here. Is N best boy? N's a very good boy. He's very wholesome cinnamon roll. Yes. New Owl House episode. I've not even seen Owl House. I've only seen a few episodes. I've only seen a couple episodes. But I really like what I saw. Dave, we watched it together. It was like, I know that it was in the living room. You, Ashley, and Jacob were there. I think J-Van might have still been with us at that time too. When you guys were watching Owl House in the living room every now and again. You know what else I need to watch? I need to watch Gravity Falls. I know it's an old one. It's an older one. I still haven't seen Gravity Falls. I really do, yeah. No, I do. It's just, I don't know why I haven't started it yet. Hey, Kofu, thank you for the sub. Oh, and I think I missed this. Dave Ronald, thank you for gifting a sub to Dave earlier. Watch Gravity Falls, Owl House, and you recommend Amphibia? Yeah, I gotta watch all those things. You know what I watched episode 1 of last night? Was the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared cartoon. Or not cartoon, why did I call it a cartoon? Was the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared television show. Like just the first episode of the proper show, and it's really good. It's really, really, really good. I need to watch more. I wanna see if I can watch it with Ashley. Next time she's free, but we shall see. I'm really out of touch as far as like cartoons because I haven't watched too many. Ryan VA _. Thank you for the sub. Where did I watch it? Oh, I used a VPN and just watched it on Channel 4. It was just... There's the Channel 4 website, and I just watched it on there, and I just used a VPN and said I was in the UK. That's what I did. I don't know if there's any better way of watching it. If there is, let me know. So I'm a liar. J-Van, have you never had to lie for something in your life? Listen, honesty died years and years ago. Honesty was never even alive. Everyone's a filthy liar, and I think you understand that very well. If you could voice a Sonic character, who would it be? Probably Silver, because I would never want to voice Sonic because of all of the vitriol that would come out of that. or like a comic book character. Like if they ever put, oh God, what is that character's name? Bean the Dynamite? If Bean the Dynamite ever was introduced in the games for some reason, he'd be a fun character to voice. I could even do the classic voice that everybody...
The high-pitched nasally voice. I could do that for him and it would be fine.
See, like, that would fit for Bean the Dynamite. I could do that. I would be fine with that. But I don't know if there's ever a point where Bean the Dynamite would ever be useful. Is that his name, Bean the Dynamite? Hold on. That is it, Bean the Dynamite, yeah. He's like a little bird character thingy. What about Robotnik? Never, no, I don't think that would... Mike Pollock is too perfect. There's no replacing Mike Pollock, ever. And when he's done in the role, good luck. Good luck. I would love a Silver the Hedgehog series. Like, Bryce Papenbrook, I think, voices him right now, and he's perfect. He's great. Hey yo, chat. Just saying hi to chat, J-Van. Can I give an exact date for Murder Drones? I cannot, because I don't even know. I don't know anything. So I'm just as excited to learn stuff as you guys are. And anything I do know, I could not talk about, because the NDA is a precious thing. Loved how you played Letty in Dragon Goes House Hunting. Thank you. He was a very sweet, good boy to record. And we're probably never getting a second season, but I really loved getting to work on the first. It was my second time ever getting to voice for anime, and my first ever lead role for anime, so that was really cool. Very, very interesting experience, because it was the first time I ever voiced a character in anime that had actual lip flaps, too. Because my first anime role was Akudama Drive as a character named Bunny, who literally just was a stick figure kind of character that's just like,
Hello, I'm gonna talk about things. Woohoo!
like, and just, I had no lip flaps to match. I just had to match, like, the character's movement. Akudama Drive is a really, really, really good show, and probably, like, my favorite anime I've ever voiced in. Not because I voiced in it, I actually cringe when I hear myself in it. I like it just because it's a really good anime. It's a really good anime, and you should watch it. Did I voice a dragon in the Spyro Reignited trilogy? No, but I would have fucking died if I did, because that would have made my freaking childhood, because I love Spyro. No, I didn't get to voice in the Reignited trilogy, but I play that game a shit ton. I think I've replayed that game so many times, and honestly, you might catch me trying to just play it again on stream, because I've done that a few times. I really, really love that game.
KoVox Baha.
Hello, Frazier. I know you're excited for Murder Drones. I remember you running through that game on Discord while I worked. Yep, Jay. Yep. I really love Spyro, and I really did like the Reignited trilogy. They did a really good job with it. I do hope that we get more, but I'm really sad to see what Activision did of Toys for Bob, the company that developed the game. So my hopes aren't particularly high. But you know, hopefully we get to see another Spyro game come to life, and it's with a good development team. But yes, Ed Bosco did voice several characters in the Spyro Reignited trilogy, which is great. He did a great job. I only really, I need to go back around now that I have that knowledge and see if I can pinpoint every single character he voiced, because I bet you I could find them. I know, 2 characters he voiced. I can recognize 2. One in the first game and one in the second game. Or no, one in the... No, yeah, it is the second game. Never played Spyro as a kid, but you did buy the Reignited trilogy. Yeah, honestly, they're fun. Even if you didn't play the originals, I think it's a fun trilogy. Are there any other characters you've voiced in Billy Bust Up besides Fantokyo? Yeah, they just announced a character named Percy that I'm voicing. And Percy's very, very, very cute. He's they're a blacksmith kind of character. I don't know what all has been announced about them, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I don't even know if the blacksmith thing was announced. I think it was. But I'm keeping my mouth shut now. I voice a character named Percy. The chunky cat. Yeah, the chunky orange tabby, I think. Yeah. They made that character, and I started voicing him, which is cool. Percy's adorable. I've only gotten to see a little bit of Percy. But yeah, I do love Percy. I miss you as Angel Dust. I miss it too, but it is what it is, you know. It happens. That is the industry, and that is how things go when they develop from being a pilot to being a show. It is what it is. But in the meantime, I've got a bunch of other things I'm working on, which is good, like Murder Drones and Billy Bust Up and some anime and a bunch of things I can't talk about that I almost said the names of. So yeah, Lackadaisy is coming out hopefully soon, which is gonna be fun. Lackadaisy is an animated short that was funded on Kickstarter that I'm very excited for you all to see. Yeah, Angel Dust did jumpstart a lot of things for me and got a lot of people to know who I am and helped introduce me to a lot of people, which has been very sweet. Very cool. Introduced me to Ashley, which is nice. Does VG stand for Viagra?
Oh no.
No, it doesn't. Ryan_Reaper with the 55 raiders. What the fuck? Hello? Hi. What's up, fellas? Rave? We raving in here? No, I don't have party lights to rave with. I don't even have any LEDs. We've got old-fashioned light bulbs. We're old school. Hello. Oh my God, we're gonna have a lot of first-time chatters, aren't we? Meow meow. Hello. What's going on, fellas? Ryan, what's... Wait, hold on. Who was it that rated again? It was Ryan Reaper. Thank you, Ryan Reaper. Do I, hold on. Your name sounds familiar, but I don't know if I recognize you. Ah, well. Hello, everybody. Oh, shout out. Oh, that's right. There's a shout out function now. That's good. The funny number goal. Oh, yeah. Heard any other Sega games other than Sonic? Of course, there's Yakuza. I still need to play that. I really want to play Yakuza. It looks really fun. And everything I've seen from it has seemed like just genuinely a lot of fun. And I know people that voice in those games too. At least in the newer one. So that's cool. Howdy, howdy, my comrade. I'm a first-timer. Happy to be here. How you doing? Doesn't sound like you're a first-timer. Doesn't say first-time chat, unless you chatted earlier and I just missed it. But hello, Zombie Slayer Mod. I am doing good. I hope that you are doing good as well. You've seen a couple friends play Yakuza? Yeah. It just looks like a really funny, fun game series. And the characters all seem very lovely. How do you take care of your throat while voice acting? Well, you don't push it too hard and don't destroy it like I sometimes do, because I don't do a good job taking care of my voice, which is why my career will be over by the time I'm 40. No, I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm not gonna let my voice die before then. I make sure to take good breaks, drink lots of tea after a session to make sure that you are not, just leaving your voice scratchy and just screwed up. And don't catch COVID 3 times in a row to start. Hey, it's unconfirmed that the last thing I had was COVID. I tested negative. I just happened to lose my sense of smell and taste. And it's still gone. But it happens. It happens. I'm treating it like it's COVID though, and I'm wearing a mask whenever I talk to people. And I'm trying not to leave the house much or talk to, it's just, I don't know. I'm hoping that everything's good. My throat's not in any kind of danger. I just got a bunch of
I want you to open a
congestion.
P.O. box so I send you Australian snacks.
I know! I want to open a P.O. box so bad too! It's just, we're, ever since we moved to California, it's we didn't open a P.O. box when we moved here because we were well, we're only gonna be here for a year, and it's been 2. So yeah, we overstayed our welcome here. You know what's funny is, we moved here, because we were supposed to move down to LA. Because we were yeah, we're gonna move out of Seattle, go to LA, and start up our careers and, be closer to where everything is. And after just a few years of being in California and living here, we're just man, I just don't want to live in California anymore. I just don't like California that much. I say, as Daniel Casalata here says, California is nice. It is nice, but it's not what I like. I like snow and rain and just all these different weather patterns. And I also don't like California income tax. That's not too great. Oh yeah, I'm glad we didn't go to LA, honestly, because if we had, our plan was to get a mortgage on a house. Imagine being trapped with a mortgage on an LA house. Ugh. And then realizing you don't want to stay there and being well, we got to commit. We got a mortgage. That would be bad. So we're just gonna not move there. We're gonna go back up to Washington where we really, really, really liked it. It's hot as frick over here. What do you mean it's hot as frick over there? Hold on. Seattle weather. It's 80 degrees. Yeah, it's hot right now. It's hot today because of all the, like, fire stuff, the smoky weather or whatnot because of, like, a local fire, right? Yeah, it's 80 up there today, but tomorrow it's gonna be in the 60s. You know what it is over here? Well, today it's actually pretty good. Today I believe it is in the 70s. Today it's 75. Tomorrow it's gonna be 80 degrees, and then it's going back up to the 90s for a few days. So it's hotter over here, arguably. It's arguably hotter over here. Yeah, it's just, most days over here, at least in the summer, were 90 and above. And that's just too much. I don't think I left the house very much during that point of time. It was miserable. California is just not really my place. And also we live in an area that's like really, really rural almost, and really like conservative. So it's not really the best part of California we're in, but like even if we were in a more progressive area, I just think that the weather would really take me out of it, and I wouldn't really like it, because having it be bright sunny days almost every day, and just being warm, for some people that's lovely because they can go to the beach.
Australian summer. Pray for me.
Oh goodness, yeah, best of luck. Australian summer is nothing to mess with. Oh, Cricket, hello. But yeah, like, I don't know, it's nice, I guess. Like, I understand why people really, really like it. Because especially if they like to go out and go to the beach and go do activities and stuff, that's lovely. You know, it's fantastic. You've got way more reason to go out and do stuff. But if you're someone like me who's a hermit and just likes to just kind of stay in the rain or snow and just, you know, be like that, it's not as nice. And also, the area I'm in has like no good public transit. So if I wanted to go anywhere, because I don't have my license, which is my bad. Sorry, I'm 27 years old and I'm still not licensed. Makes it a little hard to do things. But it is what it is. You happen to live in Alabama and a lot of people are right, but yeah, that's how it is over there.
Here you go. Get yourself some Baja Blast. So where's the mustard for this ketchup stream? Also, how is Ashley doing?
There is no mustard, only ketchup. Ashley's doing good. She's doing good. I don't know what she's doing right now, but last I saw her, she was just in the living room watching TikToks. So she's just been vibing, chilling, doing good. Since I'm not Angel's official VA, are you still able to do his voice for just for fun fan stuff? The thing is like, there's nothing really legally stopping me from doing things in that voice. Like, I can, you know, I saw that Posh said I can't do Angel voice requests. There's really nothing stopping me, like, at this point. Viv had requested that I stop in the height of things, but that was before I got recast. I don't know if that still holds true, because I'm not officially the voice anymore, but it's probably just in better taste to just kind of let that move on. So I probably wouldn't do fan stuff. I've done fan songs. Like, I did a song, I did a song with Black Griffin that I don't think it's come out yet. He teased it on his Instagram at one point a long time ago, but I don't think it ever came out. We'll see if anything happens with that, though. It was a fun song. Is Cricket better? Cricket's way better. Cricket's in my office right now, and she's just vibing. She's doing lovely. You hope it comes out? I do too. It was a good song. Any Seattle conventions I plan on attending? Yeah, I hope so. I just love to do more conventions, honestly. I think that I've got exhibitor passes, like just regular, you know, normal passes to just attend Sakura-Con still that I've had for years and years. I've just kept pushing them to the next year and the next year and the next year because of the pandemic and not being in Seattle anymore. So hopefully we can get the move all situated so I can go to SakuraCon in 2023. I'm gonna try. I really want to be up there by then because I really, really miss that area up in Seattle. It was really nice. I just liked I liked the fact that it wasn't always bright and sunny and that we actually got different seasons. You know, it's a nice feeling being able to like not look outside and be like, it looks the same as yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before. That's just kind of how it's been here, and it's kind of been a little depressing for me because I don't really like the whole super bright sunny day kind of vibe. Michael, you watched the Super Mario Bros. Movie trailer? Yeah, I actually quite liked it. I'm excited for it. I don't know if I like Chris Pratt as Mario, but I mean, I think that everyone's in the same boat. I know there's been arguments that people have made saying, hey, Charles Martinet's like, hello, it's me, Mario, woo-hoo-hoo, would get annoying, but like, I don't think it would. I think that, okay, maybe if that's all it was, the whole movie was just like, oh, mamma mia, haha. You know, like he just starts talking the way he does in like the games where it's all silly, just nonstop. Maybe that would be a bit much, but he's an actor. He's a professional, trained actor, and he can tone things down. So like, I think that it would be fine. I think that he'd be able to tone it down and be like, what is this place? You know, maybe not even that harsh of an Italian accent where it's like that. I think that he could do it just fine. Oh, goodness. I'm not reading all that, Joe the Australian Wolf Boy. But yeah, get vaccinated and stay safe. I agree. I agree that vaccines are important. I'm vaccinated. I don't have the most recent booster because I didn't have time to get it when I became eligible for it. And then I got sick again. And I'm still sick. So yeah. Don't leave you here? I won't leave you here. Don't worry. Who made my PNG tuber model? It's Ashley. Ashley made this little fella. What type of an Italian is Mario? I don't know. I didn't know there were many different types of Italians. I actually am surprised. I need to learn. My girlfriend, Ashley, she's Italian. I need to learn her history. Stay woke? Oh yeah. Brooklyn Italian. Ashley made the model. Well, this is just a little PNG tuber model. She made like a little VTuber model, but it's not done. Let me fetch a little video of it. She did make a little model, but it's got some work that needs done. And I haven't really wanted to like force her to do it because I don't want to, put that on her. Here. She made this little guy that moves around. This is a little video of him. She made this guy. This is just a little test that she did. There's still some issues with it, like the mouth needs fixed and the hair needs some changing, some stuff done to it. That was just a really early work in progress of it. There's been like very little progress since. But yeah, I haven't really wanted to force her to work on that too much because, I haven't really paid her for it. And also, it's just, she's been busy with Farfetch'd and a bunch of other stuff. And also I haven't really streamed enough to really warrant that too much. Maybe bigger glasses like the ones I have in the PNG tuber. We'll see. Yeah, I think that model was made before the PNG tuber. I just asked her to make the PNG tuber because it was taking too long for the VTuber, and I was like, hey, it's okay. I just want a little PNG guy. Metsume, thank you so much for the sub. 19 months. I really should just be better about streaming more. I say that every time I stream. Do 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 do. You thought Chris Pratt Mario was bad. Waiting to see Seth Rogen Donkey Kong. Okay, I have a theory. I have a game theory. I have a theory about Donkey Kong's inclusion in the movie and Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. I think that Nintendo, because Nintendo also announced a few weeks ago that they have a new branch called Nintendo Films or something. I do think that Nintendo is incorporating Donkey Kong into the movie as a glorified cameo, him and Cranky Kong as glorified cameos, so that way general audiences that go see the movie because Mario's a household name, they'll see Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong and they'll be like, oh, they're funny. And then when they do make a Donkey Kong movie, people that wouldn't know about the games will be like, I remember Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong from the Mario movie and they were really, really funny. I'm gonna go see the Donkey Kong movie now. And I think that's the whole intent. I'm pretty sure that's the whole intent of putting Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong in it.
A lot of the fans know that you and Ashley are very busy with life and Farfetch'd as well as some other VAs that you're involved in.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even really, for me, it's not really even the busy thing, because I could pretty much stream almost whenever. It's just been a lot of motivating myself to do it, which I like streaming, and I'm always having a good time when I am live. It's just I always kind of have that, is it imposter syndrome, I guess? When it's like you are about to start and you're just like, oh, what if it's bad? What if it's not fun? What if people don't show up, you know? I just always have those like weird thoughts, those invasive thoughts, which is funny because I used to not. I used to just be the type to just do it. I fucking love that video. I love that video, John. And then there's Chunky. He's dead. Good old Brental Floss. Good old Brental Floss made that thing. See me on TikTok, I cosplay as Angel. If you've ever tagged me on TikTok, I have probably seen it. I've probably seen it if you've tagged me in like a cosplay video. Because I do, while I don't post content on TikTok a lot, I do browse TikTok a lot. I think your username is the same as your Twitter. What, on TikTok? Yeah, it's KoVox. KoVox. I don't really post content on TikTok because I don't know what I'd post, and also I don't like being on camera, so I don't really know what to do on TikTok, aside from like, I don't know, maybe just making a video of the plush collection of characters I voice and just like saying stupid things as them. I don't know. That could be fun. They just yeet off of existence. Wait, what's going on, Yeen? What are you talking about? Oh, just dying. Okay. Metsume, thank you for gifting the sub to Yeen King, to Pausch. How are all of the animals? All of the animals are great. They're all doing very good. Jack, the dog, the big dog that we have, just got a big old bath and he's cleaner than ever before. And he handled the bath like a champ. You were the one to put me over 9,000 on TikTok? I'm gonna crush my scouter right now and scream. I won't do that. Does Ashley plan on making me voice one of her characters on Farfetch'd? I mean, at some point I'll probably do a voice for it, but so far I'm not a part of it. I'm only doing some behind the scenes work for Farfetch'd. Not really anything vocally at the moment, but hopefully I get to do some voice stuff for it, because that would be fun. But I'm not too worried. I'll probably end up doing some like minor characters and stuff whenever the full first episode would come out, because I know there's gonna be a few things in that we'll need Walla voices for. Also, sorry if you hear me blow my nose a good bit. I am still sick. I streamed till 5 a.m. on the Stray stream. I streamed really late. Yeah, it was pretty late. If we're talking East Coast time, it was super late. Like, actually inappropriately late. Also, hey, Pow Pow Panda, thank you for gifting a sub to Shelly. Your Happy Murder Drones is coming out soon. Yeah, I'm really excited too. I'm really excited to see how everything turns out. I loved the pilot, and I'm very excited to see more. Not really much else I can say about Mortar Drones, but it's coming soon. Never finished the whole stream. It was a long stream. The VOD is still up on Twitch. I thought it would be gone by now, actually, but it's still up. So if you want to watch a whole 10 hours of me playing Stray, you certainly can. You certainly can. I'm affiliate, so it's like 2 months. Oh, so it'll be gone soon. Okay. Bro, do I need to just say fuck it and
So
stream
it's okay
a
to
lot
ask,
more?
Do you, Ashley, and Viv still chat here and there?
I haven't spoken to Viv in a long time. Neither is Ashley. It's mostly a business relationship. Like we haven't really spoken a lot since just things have changed with Hasbin at all. I don't think there's any reason for us to really stay in touch, I guess. Gooseworks. Hello. Hello, Gooseworks. How are you? It is good to see you. The first time chatter. Gooseworks. Yes, Goose is here! Have I done anything with Lackadaisy? I mean, we did the short film, and I recorded for some comic dubs and stuff. Haven't really done a lot for Lackadaisy in a while, because I think we're done doing comic stuff for the time being. But I did record for the whole short, and I know that's being worked on still. Did I do voice works for Fazbear and Friends? Do they still call it that? Because I know they just do a bunch of shorts now. I don't know if that's just that, because it's under the Zamination like brand. That's Enchanted Mob's, you know, like animation division, I think. But I do voice for some of their videos. Yeah, I voice a few characters for them.
Just
I
popped
voice.
in to say hello. Can stay for 15 minutes. Hope everyone is well.
Hey, what's up, Marvel2099? Thanks for stopping by and for giving a sub. Or for subbing. Thank you. 17 months. I need to stream more. But yeah, no, I do play a few characters on those videos. Yeah. Did I ever play Security Breach on stream? No. I've never even played Security Breach. Should I? I've never even played Poppy Playtime, and I voice in that freaking game. There's a bunch of things that there's games that I've voiced in that I haven't even played. Like, Brock the Investigator is a game that just came out that is really huge and fun. It is a point-and-click, beat 'em up kind of game. I voiced a few characters in that, and I have not played it yet. I mean, I like messed around a little bit, but I haven't really tried to beat it. Security Breach honestly looks like it had a lot of great ideas. And I kind of wish that some things had been done a little better, perhaps, from what I saw. But like, it looks like it had a lot of really great ideas that fans were able to really expand upon a lot. Gotta head to the gym, but you have an awesome stream. Hey, thank you so much, Ryan Reaper. You have a good one too. Enjoy the gym. Peace out. I know they're already gone, but also Ryan, thank you so much for the raid. That was really cool. 2 months and 1 year anniversary for FNAF Security Breach. Oh man! How long am I planning to stream? I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of vibing. Probably when I feel like my voice is giving out. So I need to take it easy, so I probably won't stay for a whole 3 hours like I usually would want to. But I'll probably try to stream for a full hour, maybe an hour and a half. So we still got a little bit of time. Love the Cave Story remix. Yeah. Here, let me go ahead and send the, just so you guys have it. This is the music compilation I'm listening to right now. If you guys need it, want any of the music at all, that's what I got playing in the background, is just this little video game music for studying 19 compilation. Oh goodness, I'm getting a lot of Discord notifications. Goodness. What the hell is this? This is an Age of Empires track. I've never played Age of Empires. Thanks for the link. You're welcome. You gotta head out now? All right. Nikki Taystar, thank you very much for stopping by. Gets flooded with Discord notifications. Well, you can't even hear the Discord notifications because I've got them muted. I can hear them though. I could make it so you can hear them. Here. You'll probably start hearing them now. I just unmuted Discord on stream. Where's the Discord notifications? Bring them on. Should I just whisper for the rest of the stream? You gotta head off 2-star spawn. That's all good. It's always when I unmute Discord that the notifications stop. Oh, we're gonna get one here in a second. Someone's typing. There. Oh my goodness, Llama, you're here. Hello. Hello, Llama. Thank you for the Discord notification. Boop. There. Hey. Okay, now I'm gonna mute Discord again. There you go. Now you can't hear weird Discord notifications. Nice catching another stream of yours. Gotta get going. Have a good one. All right, Ryan VA. See you later. Bye. I'm still a little clogged up, which sucks, but it is what it. I've had to like hold off on recording voiceover for things just because of it, but I'm sounding a little better now, so I should be able to start recording for some auditions and stuff again. Someone asked me if I played Gundam Evolution earlier. I've not. I'm not really big on Gundam. Never really been a huge Gundam person. I bought my very first like Gun Plus set a few months ago, and I only did it because it was a Gun Plus set for like a character, for like a mech in a show that I voice in, that a character I voice is like the AI of. Is for Amaim, Warrior at the Borderline. Have I ever watched One Piece? Yeah, I've watched One Piece. I love One Piece. You like Discord notifications? I have a speaker that plays them randomly when I go to sleep. Perfect. Goose, honestly, I vibe with that. I'm gonna take a page out of your book. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna just start going to sleep, and I hope I just hear the Discord noise alert me every time. That's actually kind of a nightmare. I think I would be petrified if I had to sleep through. What if, like, instead of tonight, like, you know, there's tinnitus, how you just hear a long ringing in your ear. What if tinnitus or if it's tinnitus, I don't know how it's pronounced. What if instead of hearing a ringing in your ear, you just heard the Discord notification on loop repeatedly in your ear? And it was just in one ear. What? What, Ashley? Don't you fucking dare what? What are you telling me not to do, Ashley? I don't understand. I did nothing. I did nothing, Ashley. Dude, just some boxing tournament, like, the announcer was like, and Ashley, oh Ashley. And just, that's so weird. Who the fuck was that? I don't know if you guys have seen, Ashley retweeted it or posted it. I think she stole the initial tweet and tweeted it herself. But like, let me find it.
Here we go. It's time for the tail of the tape, our second fight of the night. It's Ashley, oh Ashley, versus Anthony.
What the fuck? Like, who the fuck? Wait, Ashley, you've got a minute lag? Hold on. Is the lag just that bad in general right now? Okay, no, it's not. No, the lag is, there's like a 2-second lag. There's like a 2-second lag. Yeah, I just checked. You're full of shit, Ashley. We've got the same internet. We're in the same house. Yeah, I wonder if it's a really weird coincidence, because that's just hearing someone in like a boxing match, just the announcer just go.
Second fight of the night, it's Ashley. Oh, Ashley versus Anthony.
I don't know, like just the whole oh Ashley thing. That would be so weird for it to be another inside joke, completely separated. I don't know, that's so nuts. That's funny. It's just, that's funny to me. It's just you? That's so weird, Ashley. Get good. Is there any reason why they did a recast? I mean, things happen. Nothing I could say. That's all internal. But you know, it is what it is. I'm still working on a lot of other stuff, so I've still got Murder Drones, Lackadaisy, Billy Bust Up, some other special stuff that we can talk about later. Oh, it's not SAG stuff. I could have gotten in with SAG just fine. I audition for SAG projects all the time. Like that wouldn't have been too much of an issue. It's easy to Taft-Hartley a person into a union production. Like that's not the issue, is someone being non-union. Like especially if they're willing to join the union for a production, that wouldn't have been too bad. Like I could have joined the union for a production, but I think there were other things involved, so that's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah. There's a cartoon called Murder Drones, and I voice a character called N in that, and his voice is basically my voice, but just a little more chipper and anime-like. I'm a little sick, so the voice might not sound the best right now, but you know, more Murder Drones. Yeah, they're making a full season, and I think they have news about that coming soon. At least they said they did, so we'll see. Is your latency getting better, Ashley? Uh-oh, that message didn't last. I don't have a Discord. Not a server, at least. Ha! There'll never be a Discord community for this Twitch channel. Never!
I missed my bus stop because I was too distracted by the stream.
Oh no. Is your bus stop one of those ones that like has several buses over the course of an hour, or is it one of those bus stops where you have to wait an hour for the bus to come back? Because if that's the case, I am terribly sorry. Yeah, Ashley, how are you doing? Initiate with the chat. Tell them how you're doing. If they brought the Animal Crossing movie to get dubbed in the US, I feel like you'd be awesome in it. Well, fun story. You know, voice actors maybe maybe shouldn't talk about fan dubs, but I will, because I think that it's fine, because it's a part of my history. I did a fan dub for an Animal Crossing movie at a point in time, and I believe you could still find it on the internet. There's a whole fan dub of the Animal Crossing movie, and I'm in it in a few places, and I'm really bad in it. My voice acting in it is terrible, but I'm in it. I won't tell you who, but I'm in it.
Every time I hear Murder Drones, I think of a pro wrestler who goes by the Death Machine. I'm weird.
Oh, that's awesome. That's an awesome name for a wrestler, though. The Sonic Adventure 2 fandub was hilarious. Yeah, no, that's fun. When I say fandub, I mean like it was just they took like a Japanese animated product and just basically dubbed it into English authentically, or at least as authentically as they could, as if they were doing a genuine localization of it. Whereas that fan dub is more of like just a parody redub. I don't know. I think I know who you are in Murder Drones. Take a wild guess. I voiced Jay. R.I.P. Need to get reminded of his name. You said, well, you used the letter of his name twice. I used the letter of his name. Yeah, there was an Animal Crossing movie like years and years and years ago. I don't remember if it was good, but I remember that it was made, and I think it was cute. I must blow my nose once again. Would I ever play the Half-Life games? I have all of them, and I've never played them, so I probably should. Those would be good to play, I think. Let me see. I've got a whole ass Steam library that I just have never played. Here, guys. Not that. 1 second. Let me go into studio mode and set things up properly real quick. Here, guys, look at this whole library of games that I'll never do anything with. Yeah! I've got video games I will never play. So many videos game. Maybe I should play this. Maybe I should play this. Y'all love this game? Did I see Night in the Woods? You did? I still need to play that, but I haven't played it because I promised Ashley that we would play it together, and we just haven't. You know what else I have? I went and freaking... Oh, I've got this. I've got this, if we ever want to play that sometime. I went and pre-ordered this. Because I'm a stupid Sonic fan, and I'm gonna get it anyway. Is that your man Putt Putt? Your man Putt Putt's in here. Yeah, I got all of those humongous games. I thought this said piss. I thought that said piss. I was like, piss? I got a game called Piss? Do I have Discord? I do have a Discord. But I'm not gonna give out my personal Discord, even though it's so easy to find. Because I don't add people I don't know on Discord is the thing. There are 2 games on Steam that are the gun and bullet that killed any god. It's not for people with sensitive eyes. Oh, then I probably wouldn't play that on stream, because I wouldn't want to give people, you know, anything that would cause them to have a bad episode. I might just play some Sonic games at some point. I've wanted to just do another day where I just play all of Sonic 06, which would take another 10 hours. Y'all want another 10-hour stream? You got the Sam and Max games do look fun. I should play them. I have the originals and the first remaster. Where are they? S. Yeah, I've got all of the originals here, and then Save the World right here. And then I've got the OG Hit the Road game. So I mean, I could play these at some point. Why do I have so many games? Blame Humble Bundle. I've got so many from Humble Bundle. Humble who? That's right. Wait, what, John? Hold on. I send Michael requests for money every 2 days on Discord. One of these days he's gonna be really tired and accidentally give me some. Oh, don't worry, Goose. Don't worry, Goose. I'll never fall for your tricks. What games they are, because they're incredibly incentive and incentive. I'm trying to figure out, like, are you talking about games in my library that are like that? Because I know I've got some NSFW games in here. I've got all of Nekopara on here, I'm pretty sure. Where are they? I've got all of the Nekopara games here. I bought them and played them as memes with my friend group way back in the day.
I won't fall for your tricks. Famous last words, lol.
Yeah, no, I'll end up giving all of the money to Goose at some point. Michael is ace. I don't know why he has naughty games. Hey, you can be ace and still enjoy some naughty games. Nothing wrong with some naughty games. What do we got? What do we got? I'm trying to think of like some... You know what? Someone gifted me that I actually had to remove from my Steam library because I realized it was a really terrible game. 2 games, actually. I had 2 games in my library that I actually had to remove from my account because I realized they were not good games, and not like terrible games like they're bad, but bad games in that like they're just like bad. The first one was years and years ago. Someone gifted me Yojo Simulator, and I accepted it. And then I saw the controversies with it, and I never touched it. And so I was like, oh shit. And so I just got that game removed from my account completely. And then someone gifted me a game called Cuckold Simulator. And I was like, oh, that sounds stupid and fun or something. I didn't even look at the page until after I accepted it. And then I looked at the page and I was like, oh, this is probably not great. It's like, oh, this is not very good. No, this ain't great. And so I immediately removed that from my account. I was like, oh, good. Lovely. I was just like, oh, Cuckold Simulator. What's that? I'll accept it. It's probably a meme game. No, it's really edgy. Really, 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 really edgy. I'm trying to think if I have anything else on here. I got Goat Simulator. We got the goat, the OG. Oh my God, lol wolf. That's... Added block term cuck. A Hat in Time is a really, really, really good game also. I need to continue it, because I haven't played any of the DLC. Do I have any of the Fallout games? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Katie, you can sub apparently. You don't have to. Yeah, be careful with words and stuff in chat. I probably should be more careful. I don't know what words are and aren't okay. I think cuck is probably bad, but I don't know. It's fine. If I get banned, that sucks. I hope I don't. I'd prefer not to, but I don't use Twitch much. I don't know everything here. What else is it? Super Distro is not great from what I remember. I loved playing Stray on stream. I only played a little bit of Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, which is sad because I did like what they did with it, and I wanted to play more. I still haven't played Ultra Deluxe for the Stanley Parable, but I got it. I got all the Spy Fox games. Let's see, Shantae is also a franchise I've never played that I need to. Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight's good. Slime Rancher. Yeah, I've also never played that. What the hell are all these thief games? Among Us? Among Us. Is Thief good? I was like iffy about getting. I have no idea. I've never played it. Jackbox 9. I mean, I'm not surprised if there's another Jackbox coming. I don't really know too much about it. Bendy and the Ink Machine. I've never played it. Never played Bendy and the Ink Machine. I watched my buddy J-Van play a little bit of it though, and it looks like something, I guess. I don't know. I don't really play a lot of horror games. I still need to play the new Resident Evil, like, okay, I need to play just Resident Evil in general, because I haven't played Resident Evil since, Resident Evil 3 on the PS1. So I haven't even played the OG Resident Evil 4, which is like everybody's
games are
favorite.
Pretty much stealth and steal. Shantae is a wonderful platform game, wonderful soundtrack, and cool ways to kill enemies.
Hell yeah. I've always heard really good things about Shantae. Just lovely, lovely things about it. And I just haven't started it. I don't know why. Have I played VR chat? Bro, it's one of the more recent games I opened up, I opened it up just yesterday just to take a look inside and see what changed. I do hang out in VR chat sometimes, but I just haven't in a while. I can't remember why. But I stopped using it. I tried playing American Truck Simulator for the first time yesterday, and I wasn't very good at it. Heard of a game called Space Channel 5 Part 2? No. Space Channel 5 Part 2. Oh, I don't know. Just looking at that, I don't know if I want to click on the whole thing on a stream. I don't know. Is it safe? Is the game safe? All I saw was a girl, and so I couldn't tell you for sure. It's safe? Okay. Oh, okay. It is an old Sega game, you're right. No, I've never played it. Where's part 1? That's what I'm saying. Oh god, my scroll wheel broke. There we go, now it's good. Women are never safe. That's the truth, llama. That's the truth. You see a woman in a banner, you're like, it's a sex game. Because that's just what the fucking internet has made us believe. You see a pretty woman in like attire that looks a little revealing. You're like, that's gonna be a sex game, isn't it? And I hate that that's the automatic assumption. Someone's making a Murder Drones fan game? Hell yeah. I wish women were real. Me too. Me too. Too bad they'll never be real. They're in our imagination. All these waifus, am I right? Unrealistic expectations for women. Let's play Fuck Channel 69. Let's do it, Adam. Let's do it. Oh, please do, Goose. I would appreciate that. Please over-sexualize every character that I am in your things, please. Wow. Cool. Yeah, this is my Steam library. It sucks. It's got too many games. Chicory: A Colorful Tale also looked really cute. You know, actually another game that I know people had some controversy about, that I have on my list that I've been wanting to play anyway. Omori. I've got Omori here. I've got it installed too. I just haven't played it. Is Omori good? Is that like a game that I should play? Yeah. I know there was some controversy with it. I don't know what it was. And so I just kind of didn't. I don't know if that's been resolved now or what. Like, controversies and stuff aside, I probably would still play it just because I heard so many good things about it. Also, I'm cracking my back, so I'm sorry if you hear that. Do I have Uno? Oh yeah, I've got Uno. Oh yeah. Are these all my games? Yep. Yep. Go on, judge me. Everyone does. I've got to play Night in the Woods still, so I've still got to beat the original Nier Replicant. I'm still far off from beating this game, and I really liked playing it. Persona 4 Golden, I played a little bit on the PS Vita way back in the day. Nier Replicant is also pain, it is. You heard Uno and you could imagine Michael being at +4. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I love playing Uno with people, but no one ever really is available to play Uno, is the thing. Like, I love just playing Uno with like a group of friends, because it's just so, like, it's so bad. Is it free? Uno? Uno's not free. Have I played Little Nightmares? Not yet. That'd be a good game to play. It's Halloween time, and that's a little spooky game. That'd be a good one to play. I should install it. Where is Little Nightmares? L plus ratio. There it is. 9 gigabytes. That's not too bad. I'll install that later. Yeah, I'll play Little Nightmares sometime. I'll go ahead and install that. Maybe I'll play that sometime later this week on stream. That'd be fun. Should we do Little Nightmares? I've also got some old like RPG horror games like Misao. And what else is there? There's like a few others that are really good. That I think I have that I will probably not remember the names of. Dave Captiville collab? I think we would love to. Yeah, like Ebe and Witch's House. Those games. Those are all classics. Oh, and I've been meaning to play this one too. Is Angels of Death. Yeah, Angels of Death. I've been meaning to play that too. I played it for 1 minute. I think I like got to the start screen and was like, no, I want to play this on stream, and then never touched it. I'll go ahead and install that later too. That would be a fun one. All those classic RPG horror games are just so... I loved watching Markiplier play them. Like, I watched all of Markiplier, like the Crooked Man. I watched Markiplier play the Crooked Man. Ah, that's so nostalgic. So many memories, actually. Oh, here's another good game, Detention. Terraria music, hell yeah. Would I play Hollow Knight? Yeah. What I've played of Hollow Knight has been really fun. I have it on Switch. I've not really played too much of it. I love the aesthetic of it. Your favorite is Mark playing Witch's House because of how he says room. He says rum. Yeah, I know. He always says rum. You just go into the room. Go into the room. What's that Macintosh horror game where it's like there's a doomsday clock? I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember.
You should try Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. It's cute at first, but then gets dark scary later on.
I think I have that in my library. Hold on. I know, I think I have it. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah. I should play that, shouldn't I? That'd be fun. I got a bunch of cool stuff.
Let's go.
Probably not tonight. We're probably not gonna play anything tonight. I'm just looking through for ideas, if anything, because I do want to play some games on stream. Because it's been a fat minute, so it couldn't hurt. Also, Ripstud, thank you for subbing again. Appreciate that. 35 months. I think that might be the longest streak that I've seen. Yo, Sean is fluent in Korean? I didn't know that. Night in the Woods, though, I do really want to play, because I've avoided spoilers for it and have been just holding off because I want to play it with Ashley. But it's just, I gotta find a day where she's down to play it with me, because we'd want to do all the voices and stuff too, is the thing. We'd really want to do all the voices. And honestly, I think that if we played Night in the Woods, I think that might be a lot more fun to do on YouTube, actually. That way it would get more of her audience to see it. You know, like the Honeycast crowd, because I think they'd like to see that too. Because I know a lot of folks don't come to the Twitch streams. So I think that'd be nice to just maybe do that one actually on YouTube. Or make that like, you know, make that like a stream that she does on YouTube and on Twitch, like dual stream or whatever. That could be nice. You were lucky enough to playtest that? Nice. Goose, you are always welcome to play Jackbox with us. Goose, if you ever want to do anything with like me, Ash, Dave, or anybody, just you are more than welcome to play with us.
We love you, Goose, and we appreciate your company.
And yeah, I agree. Like, I like doing Twitch just because it's, you know, I guess it's familiar. Because I watch a lot of game streamers on Twitch, and so I'm just really familiar with it. But YouTube is just a lot more accessible for more people. And I know there's just more, a larger general audience there. So, I don't know. I should try just actually streaming on YouTube too, I guess, at some point, but I don't really care. Kaz, hello! I haven't read your message yet, but I saw that you replied to my message. I will reply to that after the stream. But hello, Kaz! How are you? I've missed you! You just do stuff on Twitch now, haven't done anything on YouTube in a while? Yeah, that's all fair. No rush, I missed you too. Ah! I'm glad that things have been going well on your Twitch channel, Kaz. I saw that you've been getting a lot more viewers and followers, and that's really awesome. And I'm super proud of you. YT stream would be cool. I think that if we did do like a stream, like it would have to be one of the, at least for a first one, it would be on Ashley's channel, and it would be like, you know, her taking priority doing it, because I think, you know, that would help get people from, you know, people that mostly just watch Honeycast that don't really use Twitch. Oh my God. Hi, Ripsta. Thank you for gifting a bunch of subs to 44 Games, The Real Llama Boyo, Makoto Kino, Lily H, and then my friend Llama. Thank you. Oh, and Mitsume. Thank you for gifting a sub to Kaz. But yeah, just, I think that Ash should do a stream on like YouTube. That way, people that watched Honeycast and whatnot can catch up and stuff. You remember my scream in Goku Black versus Reverse Flash? That was a pretty intense scream, yeah. How do I like my subs? Plain or with mustard? Actually, honey mustard, if you please. With honey mustard would be great. That's enough staring at the Night in the Woods page. Let's go back to just chatting for a second. Let's see. I could also, like, at some, I don't know. I never know, like, what I should or shouldn't, like, do on stream, I guess. Because I never really have ideas. I'm always just, like, a blank slate just going into things. Like, what do I want to do? I don't know. Oh my God, did the playlist end? I think the music playlist ended. Let's switch to a different music playlist. Let's play this one. Do 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 do. This is the current music playlist. Just posted it in chat. Boom 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 boom. Any plans for Halloween? I know that I think that Ashley got a Halloween outfit for herself. I don't have any plans personally. I've never really been super big on Halloween. I've always been more of a Christmas boy. So I'm actually just getting ready for Christmas myself, which probably sounds like a crime, but what can I say? I love Christmas. It's really, really comforting for me. What's the costume Ashley has? Maybe I shouldn't spoil. I doubt she'll like talk about it or show anybody, but I won't spoil anyway, just in case. Do I have any Siva Gunner rips in my playlist? No Siva Gunner rips. Actually, wait. This is not my personal playlist. Let me check my personal playlist and see. I think I might, actually. Let me see. Do I... Bumba. I do. Hold on. Here, I'm going to my regular playlist. I've got this. Here, let's see if you guys can notice what's wrong with it. It's so subtle. I think this is like the one Siva Gunner thing I have on here. It's from Sonic Lost World. Meet the Flintstones. They're the modern Stone Age family. That's like all they changed. But yeah, I've got one Siva Gunner song in my personal stream playlist, but I never use that playlist because I don't really have a lot of stuff in it. It's like, yeah, it's just they changed a section of the song to have the Flintstones theme in it.
What's up, Michael at Fox and Me?
Hey, blood go. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys heard my nose there do a little squeak. Yeah, I was blowing my nose. But yeah, hello, Blebgo. What's up? Thank you for the tier 1 and for subbing for 2 months. Appreciate that. Ash isn't in chat. Yeah, no, it looks like she left. You heard about Murder Drones? Glad it's coming back. Yeah, season 1 should be coming soon, or at least news is coming soon. Is Yeen the only moderator? Probably. Yeen is doing God's work right now. You want to be a voice actor, super weird plush? You can do it. Right now, everything I've ever recorded for voiceover has been from home. I've never gone into a professional recording studio to record anything. As far as this stream, as of this moment with this stream, everything I've ever recorded has been from my home studio. And if I can do that, so can you. It is achievable. You don't have to live in LA or New York or Texas to be a voice actor. You can be a voice actor from wherever you want. Wait, ToonCon? No, haven't been to ToonCon. Where is ToonCon? Sam, all you've recorded for is home? Yeah. If you work from home, your setup can be considered professional. Exactly. Like, if you've got a good setup that is considered broadcast quality, that's how they usually, describe it, as broadcast quality, then you can record pretty much anything from home, especially if you have equipment that allows you to record, just into their software from home. Like if you have Source Connect or anything, if you have like monitors that allow you to do ADR and stuff, you can be equipped to do basically everything from your home studio and it'll be fine. Which is good. What did you have for a setup when you first were a voice actor? Just a Blue Yeti. No, really, like it was just a Blue Yeti. But like that's not really the best for things. What I would recommend if you're just starting out and you're getting stuff is a good microphone is the Audio-Technica AT2020 XLR. That microphone, and then you pair that with an audio interface. And a cheap interface that a lot of people seem to like. People usually get the Focusrite Scarlett, but I wouldn't really recommend that. The one that I got was the Audient ID4. Let me see how much that cost. It was like $200, not cheap, but it's really good. and it got me very far. Very good.
Sorry, had to message someone real quick.
You use a Razer Siren X? Is it good? I have not really heard any examples of it.
Also, sorry for the ban, J. Wilmot 7. But it is what it is.
Yeen was telling me about stuff, so. If KoVox had his own cartoon voice, would you change your voice or keep your natural voice? It depends on how they're, like, characterized. It depends, because, like, if they're characterized a certain way, they'd probably be either higher pitched or lower pitched, or like just their energy levels would change. Because like if it's supposed to be like a version of myself, where it's supposed to actually be like me, I'd probably just act him the same way I voice act a character like N from Murder Drones, where it'd be basically like natural and sound like me. You should hire a different actor to play him. That's what we should do. I'll just get someone that I know that has a similar voice print to me, and just have them voice KoVox. I'll get my friend Joshua Waters to voice me. He's got a similar voice to me. Also, Metsume, thank you for gifting a sub to Goose. Get Chris Pratt to voice KoVox. Hell yeah. Bro, Chris Pratt's gonna be owning the VA scene. Get Dave? Yeah, that'll be a good fitting voice. Dave would be perfect. You picture him drinking a lot of Baja Blast. Why would he do that? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. No Frostbite. Not that voice for Mario. You need Dave for BBU. He's a great... All you gotta do is ask him. He'd love to be in Billy Bust Up. I think I remember telling him that, like, you guys were interested in potentially having him do stuff for Billy Bust Up, and I think he started almost crying because it made him really happy. Dave would absolutely love to be a part of Billy Bust Up. All you gotta do is ask him. You did? You made a character? Which character? Do you have a... Show him to me. You don't have to... I won't show him on stream. I want to see, though. You just keep just keep that name. Just call it Dave in the game. Just call him Dave in the game. Can you send me what the character looks like? I won't leak it. I want to see. You'll bully Ash? Please do. Yeah, have Ash send it to me. I want to see it. Oh, to get the design ready. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, bully Ash. Tell them to get on that design. Tell them that I also am bullying them. You think Bosco would make a good Mario? I have no idea. I've got a very specific idea in my head of just what Mario sounds like, and it's just the classic Charles Martinet wahoo kind of thing. They heard that, so they know. Okay. Since you watched Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared to, I want to know who's your favorite character from the show in the YouTube series. I don't know their names, but I've only seen the first episode of the actual show, so I need to watch more. But in the show, I'm really liking the red dude. And in the shorts, I remember always really liking the green bird character. I'm curious to see what they do with the show. I'm very excited to watch more. You're obsessed with Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared? I just watched episode 1 last night and really liked it. I'm trying to see if I can get Ashley to watch the rest of the show with me. You think his name is literally just Duck or doesn't have one? It's out now. Yeah, it's out now, Sonic1136 _ Second episode's even better. Oh, I'm excited. Michael, when is the gang planning to move somewhere from what I heard about when I just got into your stream? Oh, so Michael, you and the gang are planning to move somewhere. Yes. We've still got a lot of work to do. Our goal was to be moved by now, and that's probably not likely, seeing as we're still here. But yeah, no, we're trying to get things situated, get some repairs done for this house, because there's just a few things that are still fucked up with this house. Since we moved in, you know, there were just some issues that have needed fixed that we've been kind of we've not really done much with in the meantime, because this was like an inherited property, and we were waiting on things to get be made official, and things, I don't think we officially got the title to this house until a few months ago. So literally only as of a few months ago have we been able to actually start selling the house. But now that, you know, we have it, we need to just fix things up first. So it's just getting repairs done, getting all those things situated, which are expensive, by the way. A lot more expensive than we were hoping. There was a thing upstairs in the shower, because the upstairs shower, we had the water shut off up there because it kept leaking and it was causing issues, and it was like, it fucked up the ceiling down here and was dripping into the wall downstairs. It's just bad. It just wouldn't stop dripping, and it was really bad. So we called someone to get that checked out, and they said we needed to get, you know, like the faucet and a few things replaced and stuff. And so we scheduled for that. But I guess the way things were set up in the bathroom upstairs, in the shower upstairs, it was like really not by the books. It was like, is the term jerry-rigged or something like that? Or Jimmy-rigged or something like that? I don't know. But it was just not done by the books, and it was very weird. And so the plumbing company we hired to take care of it said that they could not insure it, and they wouldn't do it. And that for us to get most people, because like unless we hired someone that is like an independent plumber that won't that won't insure it, they didn't know how to fix it, and they didn't want to fuck with it. They recommended that we just do a whole ass remodel. And we're like, we're not fucking spending 10 grand to remodel an upstairs bathroom. We're moving. We're getting out of here. And so we're just like, well, we need to get it in good condition. That way it's, you know, it works and isn't a pain for the next person that takes the house. But yeah, there's that, and there's stuff. We need to replace the faucet for the kitchen sink because of stuff. Downstairs, our master shower has some issues. We need to fix the front door. We need to fix the back door. We need to fix the hole in my wall still. We need to fix the hole in the ceiling that was caused when we had the plumber look at that. We have to fix some of the electrical outlets that are fucked up. We got a few things to fix. You guys should remodel it. Do we look like we have that? The thing is, this house is in a pretty good, wealthy neighborhood, apparently. Like, this is just, we kind of got a nice house that was just inherited. And so, like, this house will sell for a good bit, I think. At least enough for us to be able to afford a house up north, I think. I don't know. I'm hopeful, though. We're gonna get a mortgage and stuff. So we're hopeful that we can sell it for a good bit, because houses are not fucking cheap anymore. Ballpark, how long I'll be streaming? Oh, probably not more than 20 more minutes. Probably 20 more minutes at most. I'll probably stop at 7 p.m. PST. Did the hole in my wall did I punch get fixed? I didn't punch it. What I did I'm not an angry gamer that's like, "Ugh, I lost the game, yeah." I'm not gonna do that. What I did is I was in a call in the Lackadaisy server, just hanging out with Fable and everybody from Lackadaisy, and we were just on webcam having a little party, and I was like, "Guys, watch this. This will be awesome." And I was on webcam, and I was like, I tried to parkour off of the wall and bounce off the wall, and my foot went straight through the wall. And, yeah, it was really stupid. I was just really stupid. I just thought it would be funny, and then I got, and then I did something that was not very funny. It was just like everyone called me a fucking idiot, and I was like, yeah, that's fair. Was I drunk? I've never drinking alcohol in my life, actually. And that's not even a bit. I've never had alcohol in my life. I'm just naturally stupid. And that's just the truth. I'm just a stupid person. Now, I say that I've never had alcohol. That doesn't mean I wouldn't ever have alcohol. I've never had it, and I've avoided it for the most part, but I think that I did promise that if I went to Las Vegas, if I ever end up in Las Vegas, I am going to go to the Taco Bell that spikes your Baja Blast, and I'm gonna have me an alcoholic Baja Blast. Yeah, send the concepts of Dave soon. I will show them to. Would you want me to show those concepts to Dave as well, or would you want me to keep that a surprise for him? Because if you want me to keep it a surprise, I won't show him. But I do want to see it. And if your internet's already bugged out, oh, I can. Okay, cool. Yeah, but yeah, no, go do your thing, Katie. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Yeah, no, there's like a Taco Bell you can go to that you can ask to have like alcohol in your drink. And they are already canning alcoholic Baja Blast, but it's not over here on the West Coast yet. It's in Las Vegas now, I think, but they don't have it here in California or anything yet, from what I'm aware. Also, what do you mean this is calming Nintendo music? That was like an epic ballad music. What's this next one? Conquest from Fire Emblem. Is that going to be calming? Have I heard of Aphmau? You know, I have heard of it. And I've heard a lot of people say that N sounds like a character from Aphmau. And from Murder Drones. Just, people have been thinking that I sound like Michael Zekas' character from Aphmau. Which is really funny, because Michael Zekas is voicing in Ashley's cartoon Farfetch'd as Drain, who's a new character that was just shown off recently. When do I plan for the next stream? I don't know. I might play Little Nightmares for the next stream. I might do that soon. I'll probably do it a little later at night, but please warn you. Okay. All right. You stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday evenings. All right. I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. So you want to be available. All good. I'll keep that in mind. If you're not available, though, and I decide to stream on a whim, it's fine if you're not able to. You don't have to get mad at me. It's fine. If my stream's a mess and I have bad chatters and whatnot, that's fine. I take responsibility for it. Don't worry, Posh. If you don't show up, it's fine. Don't worry. Prioritize your own streams. You're good. Also, hey, Perez13, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. Any future roles you can tell us about? Probably not. Let me go to my private like resume real quick and see if there is anything I can talk about that I don't know of. Give me 1 second, because let me see what is there that I can talk about. Let's see. So I've got. You guys obviously know I was Angel in the Has-Been pilot. What else is there? Oh gosh. Yeah, not really too much. There's Lumi in the Great Big Galaxy. That's an internet pilot that's being made. That's really early in production. I voice a character named Davin. I'm Rocky Rickaby and Lackadaisy. That's coming out. I think they have like an idea of when it's coming out, but I don't think they've announced it. So not much I can say. I don't really know when that's coming, but I know they're working really hard on it, and it's coming really close. It's looking really good. But yeah, they're making a pilot called Lumi in the Great Big Galaxy. I'm a part of that. There's an indie fighting game called Kings of Hell that's coming out, and I voice in that. They made a game a while ago called Memoirs of Magic, I think, that got kind of popular. If anybody recognizes that game, they have another game they're making that I'm a part of. There's Billy Bust Up, of course. I'm voicing in. I think a character in Smite that I voiced came out. Some Bio Slicer Tsukuyomi. I think it's a skin character. I voiced in that. I've not made an announcement for it, but I'm in Smite now, I think. There's an anime movie called Flying Phantom Ship coming out in like 2 weeks, where I voiced a small like old henchman character that's just like, I'm an old henchman kind of character. It's a movie that I think Miyazaki worked on like back in 1969. They worked on it. So that's probably the closest I'll ever get to working on anything Miyazaki, so that's kind of cool. Not really much though. I've got a lot, like if I were to show you my doc of like things that I'm voicing in, you would see that I've got a lot of stuff blacked out. Like I've actually got a whole thing blacked out here just to avoid like potentially talking about things I can't talk about. Which is fun. That's part of being a voice actor or being in the industry in general. Bluey is so fucking cute. I love Bluey. Yeah, no, it's a movie that Miyazaki did some work on way back in 1969, I think. And they ended up doing a dub for it, and they're releasing it on Blu-ray. And I got to do like a very small character for it, which is cool. Seen Oddball? I've only seen the very unfortunate clip of a scene where he like says like, I had to use your own species as a talking point. I've seen that bit. I cannot forget Darlie Boxman's Big Scavenger Hunt Part 1, Goose. You're right. Can't forget about that. I did do a big ol' record for that. We'll see when that comes about. I know you've been a big busy business person, Goose. You've had a lot of stuff going on. Some exciting stuff that neither of us could say anything about. Yes, that thing. So that'll be fun. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long to talk about that, though. You're going to bed, Dragon. Good night. Good night, Dragon. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, that one for us. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate that. I'm surprised. I've lost my energy. I've lost a lot of energy, and the stream hasn't even lost that many viewers. I thought for sure that this stream would have fallen below 90 viewers, and it's still over 100, which is pretty good, considering I never stream. I need to like just do this more because I kind of forget how to talk to people every now and again. I just like, how do I do this? How do I stream? I forget. I don't remember. Did I eat that ghost pepper yet? No, and I probably never will. I probably never will. Especially because Twitch will kill me if I do. Please? Okay, Rockstar, for you, I'll eat the ghost pepper. I do just do the guttural Tom screams. I'm not gonna do that right now because I've got it. I just remembered that I've got like a voice acting line due tonight for something that I haven't done yet, and I don't want to kill my voice for it. So I got to record something tonight. So I'm not gonna do that, but I did do like a pretty close Tom scream, which is really cool. It was like the closest I'd ever gotten to it. It was in a far-fetched Q&A. Let me see if I can find it. Let me mute this music. It was the closest I'd ever come to sounding like a Tom scream.
Everybody knows who you are.
I did that, and as I heard myself doing it, I was just like, oh my god, that sounds like a fucking Tom and Jerry ass scream. I heard that and immediately was like, that's a Tom and Jerry scream. And I was like, I am never recreating that in my life. It was like, I never give myself credit for a lot of things. For that one, I'll be like, yeah, that was pretty close. The "do not believe it" line from Tom and Jerry.
When are we getting that in print?
I don't even know when that line. I don't even know where that line is. And "friend to the robots," you'll see. You'll see. I don't have any updates on that just yet. Sorry, but soon I'll give you updates. Did I stub my toe? No, I did not stub my toe. I just felt like screaming because I'm the big stupid, and I like to scream randomly for the comedic purpose of screaming. Listen, screaming is funny. That's the #1 rule of comedy that the internet has taught me. If you scream, it's funny. Even if it's annoying, it's funny. And just to clarify, no, screaming is not always funny. No, it's always funny. Nah, screaming can be really funny, but it also can be really not funny. It depends, but I love screaming. It's fun. And also, like, I don't know. It's nice. It's a nice relief to be able to just let it out and scream. Who the fuck knocked on your window? Did someone play a sound? Funny scream. Ah! That's the most of a funny scream you'll get out of me right now. Also, my mod just sent me the "don't you believe it." Let me hear this. Oh my fucking god. Are you serious? Hold on. I'll try that. Give me a sec. Let me just... Okay, hold on. Can you guys can hear me just fine, right? I'm monitoring myself directly. Let me see. Let me turn off the noise gate. Let's go into the distance. Don't you believe it? That sounded like shit. Ah! No! Hey, I'm in the distance. What's up, everybody? Why don't they just like let voice actors sound like they're in a fucking room anymore? Why can't we just be like, hey, what's going on? Why can't we just do that anymore? I kind of miss those days back in the just way back in the days where you would see Looney Tunes or Tom and Jerry or just anything, and all of the voice actors sounded like they were in a box, like just in a room. It was the best. They'll never let it be like that again. Okay. Now I think I can just hear myself through my regular monitoring. You've got nostalgia for shitty Flash audio and old Newgrounds cartoons. For real, though, me too. Like, everything these days needs to sound completely professional. And, like, I understand why. It sounds cleaner. But I do like it when things sound unrefined and not perfect. Like, we were watching King of the Hill the other day, and I heard one of their mics clip because of how loud they screamed. And, like, sometimes that happens even to this day where, like, you'll hear it, but, like, they clean it up so much that you can't really tell. But in King of the Hill, in the scene we watched, this character they just clipped hard, and, like, they didn't even clean it up. And I loved that because it was distorted, and you could hear just how loud it was from the distortion. And it added just the impact of, like, just how, I don't know, they're screaming. It's a very sudden reaction. It was good. It was effective. I liked that a lot. What episode? It was a season 1 episode. I think it was the episode where, I don't remember the character's name. Give me one sec while I find the character's name, because I don't really watch King of the Hill that much. I just walked in on it because Ashley was watching it. List of characters. The blonde character, is it Luann? Is that Luann? Yeah, Luann. It was Luann's character that did that. I think it's the episode where she is going to hair cutting school or something, and, like, has the little head that Bobby Hill is like in love with and wants to make out with. It's in season 1, I think. I think that was the episode. Hey, Wiki Wolf, what's up? Oh no, did her voice actress pass away? Brittany Murphy, is that her voice actress? Did she pass away? Oh no. Oh, that was in 2009 too. Oh my God. I didn't know that. She was young. She was only 32. That's sad. It's really sad. Yeah, I'm looking at the wiki. It doesn't look like they replaced her voice actress after she passed. That's good. I mean, the show ended, it looks like, too. But I saw that Hagrid died. That's sad. I saw. He was pretty old, I think. How old was his actor? Hagrid actor. $1950. Okay, 2022 minus 1950. They were 72. That is pretty old. That's about when most of my family members pass. But I don't know. There are so many people that are able to live up to 90. I don't know. I think that 80 is about, like, a good long life these days. But still, they made it pretty close. They had a very, very good career. And I hope a good life, too. That's sad though. I don't really know too much about that actor
Hi there.
personally though.
Hope you've been doing well. Happy to see you streaming.
Hey Caroline, sweet. Hope you've been doing well as well. Yeah, I've been wanting to stream again. It's just I had to get convinced to by Ashley because I always second guess myself and I'm like, it's not gonna be good. I'm gonna be boring. I don't know what I'm doing. It's because I went so long just without streaming regularly that like I only ever feel like I'm able to stream maybe once every few months, which sucks. I'm gonna try and stream again this week though. I wanna play more games. You gotta go do the dishes. That's okay, Dying Rose. I'm probably gonna end up popping off here in a few minutes myself. And aw, thank you guys. I appreciate that. I don't know. I've been dealing with some weird imposter syndrome recently. I think it's just because because things have been very slow. We've just the entire time we've been living in this house, we've kind of put most of our lives and stuff on hold. We've not really done too much. Ashley's been working on Farfetched, which is good. And I've still been doing voice acting stuff. But there's just a lot of things that we haven't really done because we only see where we are as like a temporary place. And we're like, we're gonna move soon. So why bother doing certain things? And yeah, you're just, we haven't moved yet. We've been here for like 2 years. But it is what it is. Am I gonna react to murder drones? I don't know if I'm gonna like do stream reactions or anything, but I will be watching it as it comes out. And I'll probably do streams and like if people ask me stuff about the episodes after they come out, I'll probably be happy to talk about them. But, you know, only like I don't want to say anything that's not already out, which is like everything basically. All I'll ever really talk about for that is like the pilot, at least for now. Also, someone said what? Who died and left you the house? That's not appropriate. It's not my house, it's Ashley's. You try to come up with a carpentry pun that would work. I think I nailed it, but nobody saw it. Oh, Dangel.
You think you're so funny. You think you're so funny. And you're not.
I'm joking. It was a very good joke. Ban that person making puns. Don't do that. No, they don't deserve it. Oh, well. It is now, it's been about 2 hours almost. I should probably call it. I'm starting to feel a little low energy now. I'm getting a little hungry too. Probably dinner time here soon. So I think I'm gonna try and see if there's anybody that I know that is also streaming now that I could potentially raid. Let me check and see. Let me check and see who's all live. We got a few cool people that are live. Let's see. Let's see. You guys have any suggestions? I don't know who else is streaming that you guys all know. My buddy Jay is streaming. I don't know if you guys all know Jay Hutch. He was in the chat earlier. He's streaming. Should we raid him? Go say hi. He's playing Phasmophobia. You guys want to go say hi to Jay? Yeah, let's go say hi to Jay. Let me go ahead and get that raid all set up real quick. Hold on. I've already forgotten how to do everything. Give me 1 second. Oh my goodness. Where is the option to raid? Wait. Oh, save. There we go. Okay. Raid channel. All right. We're going to go raid J Hutch. You guys all ready? And yes, Ian, you are right. All right. Thank you guys all for stopping by. I'll be sure to stream again soon. Let's stream again on... You know, you're not doing anything on Wednesday, right, Posh? Let's do Wednesday. You want to do Wednesday? Let's stream some Little Nightmares on Wednesday. That sound good to everybody? Let's do that. On Wednesday, we'll play Little Nightmares. All right. See you guys soon. Bye.